Alright. We got Skyro playing Rhomb in the yellow versus Paryeee in the teal thing as Wulfar.
So both going for very aggressive COs.
Yeah, and actually something we've seen, you know, pretty recently is that people have actually been playing aggressively on this map in the opening, and it does work. And I'm very curious if, having now seen people do that, if we're going to see more of that. And no, Skyro is actually going to go for the more passive opening. Gonna go for that village capture on the side. Paryeee gonna go, I guess, like a little bit more aggressive, but there's a line that we saw where someone didn't capture that village and just moved further ahead so they could harass with their swords. And you can harass the fortified actually very early on if you go for that.
Oh, I think that was contingent on CO also moving slightly differently, or because CO was in front of the fortified this time, right? So, like in the line, so I don't think the sword could have gotten through to hit it. I think in that game, CO went down to capture the mill after the fortified, so that's what allowed it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact moves. But anyway,
Okay.
Wulfar going. Does this kill?
I imagine it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, 94. That's
94.
close enough.
I think it's around 90 or 92 where it starts killing. I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah, because it's 115 base damage, and then you've got like the minus 10%. So. Oh, and yeah, sword on a river is gonna not be in for a good time. And oh, actually, all the swords converge on center. Rhomb heals instead of capturing the lumber mill. That's interesting.
Well, that was a village that had gotten yoinked, though. I missed that a lot. Anyway. But yeah, I started talking about COs for a second. Rhomb feels kind of bad. I mean, it's not a very strong CO anyway, but especially against Wulfar, you kind of have nothing to play for. Because, like, feels like Rhomb wants to go really aggro with his tier 1 maybe. But, like, Wulfar gets just a better groove at similar timing, right? Isn't Rhomb tier 1 150? And Wulfar gets tier 2 at 175. So it feels like I have no window to be aggressive on him, and you don't outscale him either. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, and on this map, you know, there's a lot of flagstone, there's a lot of, you know, sea tiles to play with, so... Yeah, like, Wulfar has got all the options for killing anything he wants to in front of him, and has the option for cross-map lethals.
Yeah, that said, Rhomb maybe can make a push that Wulfar can't lethal, so maybe that's a unique thing. Rhomb can do that other COs can't. If he pushes with Groove, well, Wulfar will have a lot more trouble killing him than basically any other CO.
That's true, yeah, because, like, Wulfar's ability to lethal commanders is kind of, like, ridiculous, honestly. But, yeah, Rhomb with tier 2 is, like, basically immortal. I don't think he can actually kill a full health Rhomb with tier 2, unless, like... Actually, even if you had, like, a bunch of witches for hexes and, like, even, like...
Oh, I've died as tier 2 Rhomb.
Okay. It
I mean,
feels really hard to die, though.
Saikoya was Koji and he had tier 2 Groove, and I just moved Rhomb all the way in and said, like, let's see if you can kill me, because I had already timed out. I had like 10 seconds to complete the game. So I had lost, so I'm like, okay, it's last turn. Let's see if you kill me or if you enter. And he killed me with Frog Pulse, because Frog Pull does flat 20 damage.
Ah, right.
So it's like 2 witch sexes. And he also had like Koji tier 2 and Sword Suicide deal like 7. Which is weird. It says it's 150 defense, but it's like much less actually. Because I was also on terrain, so...
Okay, we see double rifle coming out here from Skyro. So they're just gonna turn this into a shooting gallery, I guess, and force all this infantry back.
But yeah, I don't see any frogs in this map, so...
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, like that option is not available. I guess like witch hexes could be a thing, but
Yeah.
maybe like shooting with multiple rifles. But actually, rifle bullets would just kind of bounce off Rhomb.
Yeah.
Any kind of like actual like physical attack is really weak.
And you need lots and lots of suicides. So you need to have an army. Anyway, whatever. It's not likely that Rhomb will die with a groove on. But that was a pretty bad push, I'd say, from Paryeee. Like, he did some damage, but he's losing a lot more than he killed.
Yeah, I know. I love the inclusion of the one health sword there, just the wall. Like you know you're gonna lose it, it might as well soak up something meaningful.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a lot of fighting in the south. Like Wulfar's kind of gone up and down a bit. Just like not been entirely sure like what to do with him.
Ooh, and now moves a bit too far back. Playing very scared.
He does have tier 2 though, so like you can still do a lot of damage from the back. But
Maybe he has to play scared, I guess. I was thinking you could put him on just that mountain, but like... Rhomb tier 1 is kinda scary.
yeah, it just has like so much range. Oh, I mean he'll have tier 2 now, so
Oh, he has tier 2. Okay,
yeah, he was
so-
like very close to having it last turn, and ooh, that's so much damage.
So maybe that's why Parry played so scared with Wulfar. Maybe it was reasonable. But it's... Even if it's reasonable to play so scared, it feels like a losing game, right? You need to actually try to push some sort of advantage. Otherwise you're falling behind. Like, this is a very, very solid army lead for Skyro. It's gonna be very hard for him to lose, unless he gets lethal.
Yeah, and actually the army that's remaining in the south is a very defensive one. There's like a whole bunch of spears. There's like a golem. Oh no, actually it's just it's just spears. The golem's up in the north. Okay, we're gonna see a spear get golfed. I mean, I guess it'll do a lot of damage, but
It's okay damage, but it's not enough.
yeah, and it didn't kill anything, so like this army can just heal up and
Yeah, and you lose your own spear. It's not a good move.
yeah, and now Skyro can just push because like all of a sudden, hey, like Wulfar doesn't have any big threat on your commander. There's no
Yeah.
groove. He probably can't even build groove in the turn that he's got, so
Yeah,
Oh.
now you just mash stuff.
yeah, and then Skyro can just kind of go forwards. Skyro can groove if they want to as well. And oh, this
Do they
all
even
these
have any good
knights.
targets though?
Sorry, what was that?
Do they even have any good targets though? I don't see any good targets. Yeah, just the spear. For groove, for Rhomb groove, I don't see like anything important from groove.
That's true. But I mean, yeah, if you wanted to, you could just walk forwards, groove, and start hitting stuff.
I guess, yeah, but it's probably better to keep it for the lethal, right? Or for
Yeah.
a big push.
Yeah, because right now he can push without needing it, and yeah, he's just got a huge advantage. And look at the timer difference. 18 minutes left on the clock. And if you're this
Ooh.
far behind, like that's really brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, and attacking into a mage with a dragon is not what you want to have happen.
Can the other maids reach it if you break that? Oh wait, this
Oh.
Wulfar dead.
Yeah, I think Wulfar's just dead at this point. Take heals. Okay, you're just gonna...
Oh no, you're going to kill the dragon. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair too.
Yeah, I think there was maybe a lethal on Wulfar, but...
I'm almost certain there was a little Wulfar.
But regardless, I mean, this is the safe play. Skyro's up like 20 minutes on the clock right now, so...
I'm pretty sure there was a night crit and a night hit and the Rhomb. Could it be that there wasn't a lethal? I think it's very unlikely that
Yeah, but I mean, this is the safe play, right? Like, you just go for killing lots
mean-
of army, you go for...
he's cleanly winning anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Look at this board, it's like, it's all yellow. The whole board is yellow.
Yeah, and I mean Parry. I mean at this point you're just playing to like hopefully get a lethal, but there's like no army to back up Wulfar here, so.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
And I think yeah, this is a lethal on him there if there wasn't before. Balloon gets into a decent position, but I think there is a mage that's close. Yeah, one of the mages is close enough, so.
Yeah, and you can't damage it. If you could damage it even a little bit. Oh no, the other mage can also support. So.
Yeah, I think this is just game. Alright, Rhomb's gonna return to normal. Skyro's just gonna go for like a whole bunch of kills because people like to pad stats in this game. Oh, he's just gonna keep pushing forwards. Oh, he almost is lethal on the strongholds. That's kind of funny.
I mean, it will die next turn, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's impossible to stop the stronghold. So not going for Wulfar, or maybe going for Wulfar anyway.
Oh yeah,
Can you
just backs
still
up.
go?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna leave.
No. Oh yeah, Rhomb back. I missed moved back. I missed it for a second. But yeah, it's like you can't stop the HQ kill.
I mean, unless like the most godly tier 1 Wulfar Wargroove comes out of nowhere, but I somehow doubt that it will make any difference. Heals the
Yeah, I
golem.
don't think
Oh,
it's possible.
I actually think it would have done more damage if he hadn't healed it. Alright, what are we gonna get? Hits the dragon. I mean, that's as good as you're gonna get this turn, so.
Oh, there was a dragon too. I missed that.
Yeah, there's a dragon up in the north.
But yeah, you know, even if there was golem and anything.
Yeah. And Skyro takes it, whew, convincingly out, I would think is the right word there. They're
Even
gonna...
through a pretty clean CO disadvantage. But yeah, that's experience, so clearly.
Yeah. I feel like Rhomb could do good things on this map, but yeah, like Wulfar is generally pretty scary. I think Paryeee just kind of got scared and didn't know what to do with their commander. Because he spent like a couple turns going up and down and didn't hit anything or have good groove targets or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, Rhomb was just able to build tier 2
And you know, there were also some attacks that felt like half-hearted, like kinda went in but not like enough, and wasn't able to protect his attacking units. And then Skyro cleaned them up slowly, got a clean unit advantage. Basically, Paryeee gave free dudes, haha. And I mean, maybe that's always the case where you lose, but here it was cleanly like you attacked with units and they died without killing as much.
Yeah, because yeah, like when you're attacking into like double rifle and you have spears, it's just like, yeah, that's not really gonna work out.
And like the spears came later. The first attack was like with 2 dogs that just died for nothing. Basically, the 2 dogs got 2 hits on 2 swords and then died, and the swords behind the dogs died too, I think. And then it was spears pushing into rifles and more units. So like, the game doesn't forgive you if you give up that many units for little to nothing.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's something everybody learns with experience. So you know, this was a decent showing for a very new player. I've never seen Paryeee before. So you know, maybe they'll do much better in the next one because the journey is not necessarily over. They can sign up for the next quals.
Yeah, there are 3 more open qualifiers this year. And, you know, if you don't qualify through those, then we've got Group of Nations for the team event, and then we've got Take Your Turn after that as well. So there's a whole bunch of events they can still enter throughout the year that are actual, like, tournaments, not just, like, test your metal doing round robins. So I'm hoping they stick around. I'm hoping we get to see more of them. Like, you know, next qualifier is not that long away, so I look forward to it.